Holy crap. Without further ado, it's Neal Middleton of Royal Bliss and his creepy ass. Is that your face underneath that mask? It's your face on the mask and underneath the mask.
I had to just keep it on, but my wife made me shave my mustache off, so this way I can still keep it.
This is revolutionary, Neal. This is, I mean, what she needs to do is patent that shit. Like, did you lose your beard during the COVID? Mel?
No, I grew a mustache because I've never really grown a mustache, and I had short hair now. And like with the long hair, I pulled the beard off just fine. But with short hair, the beard looks a little weird. So I did November and grew out the mustache, and I kind of liked it. But it started taking over my personality, and at that point, it was like, and the wife, every time we made out, my hair went up her nose, and she didn't like that.
Yeah.
And if that was preventing other things from happening, from it going beyond the making out, then, the mustache had to go.
I get it.
But
see,
I still got this.
It lives in infamy. You kind of got I'm still Magnum PI, but only under the mask. I love it, man. I mean, you probably scare small children with that, but that's all right.
There are a lot of people with that.
How you been, brother?
I've been good, man. Been good. We've been surviving and just trying to stay busy. We got, a bunch of new music coming out and new videos and hopefully get back on the road sometime in the end of May. We're fingers crossed. I'm actually in a venue right now. We're doing our Tom Petty tribute tonight here in this beautiful room.
Look at that.
So, yeah, look at this place.
That's a beautiful room there, bro.
But we have 1,000 people in here, but tonight we're only allowed to have 200. But it's really safe. Like, see how far the chairs are away from each other, and everybody has. You have to wear a mask coming in, and then once you sit and have a drink, that you can take your mask off. But it's a beautiful stage. I'm just fortunate that here in Utah, we're able to follow some guidelines, and they're still able to, keep our friends in business and keep our friends working. I had one of the guys helping us load in today, and he's just like, "Thank you so much for doing this and playing a show, because, it gives them a job." And so a lot of people don't think about that, all the people behind the scenes. And so for us, we have the Royal here in Salt Lake, and we're able to play there. And, the Royal's been helping us stay alive, and we've been helping keep the Royal alive. And then venues like the Depot and a few other spots that we try to support the best we can. We do it in a safe way, but it's funny because people will still slam us, but you're probably more likely to get COVID at Costco or Walmart than you are at one of these venues.
Yeah, it's good for you guys, I think, and I know it's tough. I know it's tough because you guys, the crowd and you, that relationship is something special, and that's a lot of rock and roll bands. I mean, that's where the energy is. So I know it's got to be challenging to be in a room. It's a beautiful room as that is, but to have everybody be kind of spread out. But
it's kind of like playing a dinner club.
What are you having with your steak? Did you go with the mashed potatoes or did you go with the fries?
Yeah, as silly as that sounds, it does feel like that. I mean, it's way different, but we're just happy to be able to do it. Yeah. And, when you talk to the fans and the people that are coming to the shows, how much it means to them to be able to go out and like the mental release, that people have. I've had grown men crying, coming up to me just thanking, like, "Thank you so much. I haven't seen a show in 6 months. And being here, I realize how important it is to me." So I see that side of it, where like this is actual medication for people, especially from the mental standpoint, because so many people are depressed and starting to lose their shit. And, when you're able to come into a live concert and have that connection with other humans, even though you're apart from each other, it's important. And I'll never take being on stage for granted ever again. Not that I did too much in the first place, but, any moment when I was like, "Oh, I don't feel like playing tonight," I'll never have that feeling ever again.
Yeah. And I've said that repeatedly over the course of the last 10 months plus is from a fan's perspective. Anytime an artist is in town or a band that you like, or maybe a band you don't know one song of, or any band in general that is in your town on a given weeknight or a weekend, you really need to rethink how much you took for granted when that band was in town. Like, I'll see them. They'll be next time, next run. They'll probably they'll do a fall tour, and I'll catch them then. But how much people will be just itching to get back out anytime there's a show in town. I mean, I've been encouraging them on the podcast, on social media. I'm like, go and see the fucking show. I mean, you gotta, you realize now how much shit can be taken away just like that. Go and see the show, because tomorrow, who the fuck knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. You know, it's funny when you hear people talking about like, I'll never complain about paying $15 for a beer again.
No kidding, right?
So
I could really use
that point.
really use an overpriced beer right now. I mean, about $15 for like, a 12-ounce, tap light beer. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
But not for you though, because are you back on the fucking 75 hard? You doing the damn thing again?
Yeah, I'm doing the damn thing again. You know, I did a whole year. I did 365 days without any alcohol, and I did probably 150 days of that as with the 75 hard kind of lifestyle. And then I went, I fell off the wagon for 2 weeks, and then now I'm right back on which was my plan all along. It was just, I just want to be ready, and mentally, physically, whenever the floodgates open, I want to be at the highest level I can possibly be. And I think, a lot of all the ones that all the band members and people like that, I think I've talked to so many of them that are in the same kind of mind frame of like, when we get out of this, we are going to kick so much ass and never take for granted our health, never take for granted the ability to play music and being in front of a crowd and just destroying them with is the best that we have. Right. I mean, like in the past, there's so many shows. A lot of our fans out there know that, I drink a lot, and sometimes it's not my best show, and I'm hammered drunk on stage, or I'm overweight and I'm out of shape and huffing and puffing and trying to catch my breath to get the lyrics out, or on tour whenever, it's not my best performance, and I never want to be in that situation again. So through this last year, I've focused on taking care of myself, and that's one of the most positive things about this whole shit was, I was able to be home and not be on tour. I was able to focus and get better habits in my life and spend time with my family, spend time with my boys, and build a relationship with them that I've never had. But it really helped me focus on my health. And because so many times if I'm home for a month or 4 weeks and I'm like, all right, I'm going to work out, I get back on the road. And so many of the bands out there know this, that, the first week or so, you're pretty good on tour, where it's like, yeah, I'm doing good, I'm eating healthy. And then by week 2, it starts going downhill. And by week 3, week 4, you're just back in the same shit and bad habits and eating pizza and cheeseburgers and whatever else is thrown in your face with a bottle of Jägermeister. And I think I have a little bit more control going into 2021 touring.
Dude, that's fucking impressive, especially given, really not just band guy, but like everybody was given this free pass to be like, hey, here's what we want you to do. Stay home and don't do anything. This is your opportunity. Lay on the couch, don't get up, don't do anything. Yeah. And you're like, I raised my hand. Nobody called on me. I'm like, I feel like we should be telling people something else. Like, I feel the narrative needs to be, maybe don't do that. Yeah. Maybe find a hobby. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly,
collect stamps and then go for a walk. Something. Yeah. Do something. But
that's one thing that we should have focused on. Like, it's the people that have other conditions that are unhealthy that COVID's affecting the most. And the best thing I can do is take care of myself, at least give myself a fighting chance if it's something that's going to affect me. And for everybody too, like instead of just staying home and eating potato chips and pizza all day and getting fatter and more lazy, it's like, all right, I gotta be active, because I want to be back out there as soon as possible. I want to be playing shows. I want to be hugging our fans and seeing all our friends and not be worried at all. Like, I'm not scared now. If I get COVID, I feel like I'll be fine. I'll make it through it and no worries. But, a year and a half ago, I don't know that, 250 pounds or whatever I was at that point, 240 pounds and not healthy. I'm clinically obese at that point. And so it's like, I got to do all the things I can so I can get back to work.
Good on you, man. That's impressive, especially during all the excuse-filled landscape we live in right now. That free pass has been given out, but to stay on top of it, man. And I'll get you out of here with this. I know you got to get ready for a show, but you mentioned writing some new stuff. Obviously, this has given a lot of opportunity to a lot of artists to put pen to paper. Sometimes you got to do it in different ways, but I guess thankfully for technology, you can do these kind of things. Is there an expectation for some new music to drop anytime soon? I'm not specific dates, because I know you got some things, but are you working on getting some new stuff out?
We got a new song coming out February 12th, and then we're going to be releasing basically a new song every 4 to 5 weeks until August, when we plan on releasing the whole album. But we're just gonna put out, because we've been writing and
Right.
recording. So we have a ton of new material that's coming out, just like the Lonely Ones. It was so good to see Jimmy on there. I miss
Jimmy.
those boys. And all the bands that are on this whole list, man. What's up to all of them? And I can't wait to share the stage with them again. And I can't wait to hear what they've been working on. You know, Royal Bliss is going to be bringing the fire. And I know all the bands that are on here, Mike Prodich and my boys from Blacktop Mojo. And man, I'm just excited to see the music that comes out next year or this year.
Yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to that. If there is a silver lining in all of this, it's a couple of things that you touched on. It's the fact that you've had a lot of time and probably some new emotion to write on. And the new music that's going to come out of this is going to be fucking spectacular. And you also have, and I talked to Mike about this from The Violent, I was like, is it just inside? I mean, there's like this energy inside of you just waiting for the lights to go down on a big show where it's fucking shoulder to shoulder. And he's like, I hope I don't blow up. You know, I hope I don't just explode at some point before that moment happens, because the energy that's built up to get back out and do these shows is, I mean, from everybody I've talked to today and everybody I've talked to on the show, on the podcast, it's like this itch that needs to be scratched in the worst way.
My sensitive ass will probably be crying.
It will be too. You'll come out. I mean, the fucking bass line will drop and you'll come out and be like, I just want to say I missed you, motherfucker, so much.
Crowd start hugging people. I mean, it'll be.
I love you, and I love you, and I love you. No, man. Hey, Neal, it's so good to fucking see your face, even with the creepy ass mask on. I mean, it's good to see your face, and I'm glad you kept the stash alive in some form. I mean, for us, facial hair folk, it's good to see you keeping the flame scaring the small children. Yeah, that's just something. That's just something all kinds of special, my friend.
I'm going to a tour near you here soon.
Neal, Royal Bliss. Hey, good luck on the show tonight. Hope it all goes well. Let me know what they have with their steak at the at the dinner table. And man, I can't wait to see you at a fucking show, man. I can't wait to see you back up here. Looking forward to it, man.
And this, much love.
All right, take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Neal Middleton, Royal Bliss, and his creepy ass mask on the show. That was beautiful. Love that guy. That's good though. It's good to hear from all these bands out here today that have been a part of the show, and just the excitement that they feel to getting back. I know some of them are doing shows, and we talked to Jimmy or Matt Jimmy James from Blacktop Mojo, and they're doing a show tonight, and a couple of the guys doing some shows here and there. But man, it just doesn't have that feel like every weekend or every weeknight there's a show. But we'll get there, man. We'll get there. I promise you. Again, thanks to all of you who are watching on whatever platform you are on. Make sure you jump in the comments, jump some stuff on there. Yes, the Steven Tyler and Jimmy thing. I'm gonna text him that after we get off the show here. But to move on with the program, Vince, my friend, my brother from another. How you doing, friend?
How are you, brother?
Doing good, man. Rocking through the first live show. I got to say thanks to you for being a part of it, man. I fucking love it. Super
stoked to be here. I don't have a creepy ass face mask though. I'm disappointed in myself.
Well,
next time.
Luckily, so from my vantage point, so I obviously right now I can see what we're streaming live, and I can see who's in the green room down here. So luckily I saw it before it came on the screen, because I may have sworn. Oh wait, I've sworn the whole time. I may have said.
Are we not supposed to swear?
No, it's actually encouraged. My goal with this show is to see if we can get kicked off of every platform. Because
fuck yeah, dude. All right.
How you been, man?
Hell yeah.
How you been?
Been good, man. Just working through all this COVID shit, trying to make music. Doing what we're all trying to do, right?
Yeah, I think the and you heard me talking about this. I know you were in the green room talking with Neal, but the time that you guys have had, that artists have had during all this, and I saw some of the stuff you've been posting on social media, dropping some fucking fat rhymes, dude. I'm just got me all jacked to get you on here and stuff. But do you feel like, because of the time, I know you guys, love to be on stage. I mean, when you post videos, old videos of you guys doing shows and stuff, I know you just, you want to fucking feel the energy again. Are you kind of harnessing that into to writing new stuff and to kind of building the show up a little bit?
For sure. I mean, I think what it all boils down to, regardless of the success or how much you're touring or how many shows you're playing as a musician. And I'm sure I can speak for the other dudes on here, is like, you know, that's therapy, man. You know, it's more than just playing a show and just putting your music out there. It's like legitimately mental health, you know?
Right.
So when you take that away from some of us, you know, it's just tough, man. And, you know, having that family, you know, being a Minnesota boy and, you know, Midwest in general, we got family in every state in the Midwest. And when you don't see them people for so long, you know, it's tough, man. So yeah, I'm storing it up and getting ready to drop it off here. I mean, we got Rockfest coming up, which I still, you know, fingers crossed that that's going to happen, but you know, who knows really?
Yeah, man. I think everybody is excited because they've seen, obviously, Rockfest, you know, the lineup is out, it's posted. There's been no alterations to it, so that means the bands are all in. You know, Danny Wimmer just posted a bunch of stuff over the last couple of weeks about their shows going on. You've seen outside of the festivals that didn't make it. And people get confused because they see stuff that's, well, you know, we're not doing, this thing isn't happening, or this festival in, you know, in Omaha isn't going down. They see things like that, and automatically now the assumption is that it's being canceled because of COVID. Well, a lot of these festivals aren't operating at a capacity where they can afford to lose a year of revenue. It's not built that way. So some of these just, and you know, not to discourage any of the other festivals, I have a bias to Rockfest because I'm obviously employed there, and that's my family. But you know, I think when you have the strongest of the festivals that survive, it is going to make all of those festivals better, because you know it's the whole less is more thing. If there's less of them, obviously the talent and the amount of artists that can get through there is going to increase, because there's going to be, you know, less to spread around throughout the course of a summer. But no, man, you know, Rockfest is on the calendar. You know, I got my my dates are cleared. You know, I'm going forward in this vision that this is what's going to happen.
Going regardless. So, you know what? You're gonna, I don't know, it's happening. That's all there is to it. It's been too long.
We'll be there hell or high water. But dude, I wanted to see if you know, I know you've been writing a lot, and you've been throwing some fucking shit down on social. Man, if we want to drop some shit, maybe you want to do some things.
Yeah, dude, I'll drop some shit. I wish I had a beat though. It's kind of hard to, you know, freestyle without a beat. But
I got no beats.
I don't know. Might as well, you know, for those of you watching can't go to shows, I'll just I don't know, see if I can come up with something. I was working on this one earlier this month, but it's like, I can't throw myself to the breeze, that's what they say, and you've gone away, much to my dismay, and all the games you play, how does it feel to feel no pain? And you've gone away, much to my dismay. So I carry the weight, I bear the burden. Maybe I should have been a little more assertive. I know that you're hurting, knowing that I'm dwelling in my own personal hell. Here's a list of why I should be burning in this hell. Try to break free, but nothing free comes easy. Nothing is actually for free. So I swing from the tree and take some shit like that.
Oh, man. That's right. Fucking no beat. We don't need no fucking beat.
Without a beat, man.
We don't need no beat, man. We just do that shit. Fucking Vince killing it, man. Killing it. No, I'm so super stoked to get you guys back up and out and doing shows, man. I know that's been kind of the fucking you know, the theme of all the artists that I've talked to today is that, you know, really taking this time to hone in on the craft and to do all the right things and to get yourself in a position where you're just ready to go out and just fucking kill it. And I'm excited to get you back out here to fucking kill some shit, man. I'm looking forward to it, my friend.
Yeah, man. We're been working on like a cool acoustic hip hop project, and we're planning on some stuff out in the Wisconsin area, so I'll definitely keep you posted. You guys are living like the wild, wild west out there, so things aren't.
I know, man.
Oh man, it's nuts, dude.
Yeah,
it's like Mardi Gras.
It really is. And all you fuckers from Minnesota keep on coming over and, you know, getting in trouble over in Hudson.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, it's all
I
good.
wasn't in Bliss last weekend.
Yeah, plausible deniability, they call that. I can't confirm or deny
Right.
any of this, man. Vince Ebertz,
Hell yeah.
Nuisance, my friend. We will chat soon. We'll get you back on the show here sometime, man. Appreciate you taking the time out, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank
Awesome,
you.
man. Do your best. Thank you. Vince from Nuisance on the program. I really appreciate everybody who's joined today. It's been an exciting first day of Cooperville Live. We're into 2 hours and 40 minutes of conversation, and it only gets better because my long-lost friend Mitch is here. He is live. He is in the Joshua Tree.
What's up, man?
How you
Can
doing,
you hear me
man?
okay?
You sound great. You sound great as always, Mitch.
Good.
How you doing, my friend?
Dude, fantastic. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Joshua Tree, California. And the studio is clean. It looks really nice. And it's good to be here with you. It's good to see you, Coop.
Dude, it's good to see your face again, man.
Look at your beard, dude.
I know, right?
Incredible, man. Wow.
Well, I'm
ambitious.
I'm a lumberjack now. So, I mean,
badass, man. Good to see you.
No, it's all good, man. It's been a minute since we caught up, but you guys have been, and I've known you for, it feels like for a long time.
10 years, about 10 or 11 years.
10 years. And I've always said, and especially when we first met and up until the world shut down about a year ago, I'm like, nobody works harder than Mitch and Phil. I mean,
that's the truth.
You guys were doing 300 some dates a year,
mm-hmm.
you know, coming up to the middle. I mean, and coming up to the middle of Wisconsin in like a fucking February, which is no cakewalk. Snowstorms, ice storms, below zero wind chills.
Well, hey, the thing is, even when Wisconsin is experiencing that type of weather, the people of Wisconsin still want to get out and go to rock and roll shows. So it works out. If you can stand the weather and make your way over there, it's worth your trip because those people are going to be excited to see you.
Yeah, we made you play in some fucking weird places too, man. And I feel like I should have been like, let's play on the ice. I have an idea. Let's play on the ice.
Hey man, we've played anywhere, everywhere, and I'm sure everybody that has been on your show today could attest. When you're out there doing shows like that and you're just trying to get your name out there, if you're not doing everything that you can to do that, you're doing it wrong.
Right. But it's so good to see you. It's been so good to catch up with everybody that's been on the show today, but for you especially, because you guys have done, you got like Wayland TV going on. You guys have really embraced, I think, during all this, and you've always had this connection with Wayland fans that's pretty close to second to none. There's always been this camaraderie. There's a great back and forth, but you guys have kind of taken it and really embraced how to keep these people who are a lot of them still locked down. I know out in California, there's a lot of people that you really can't. My mother lives up in Northern California. So she's like, I haven't gotten my hair cut in a year. I'm like, you look fine, Mom.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, first of all, I got to say, the Wayland Warriors are the absolute best support group that we could ever ask for. A year ago, whenever this all started, whenever we were at a friend's house in March down in Boca Raton, Florida. His name is Randy Goldfarb. He's a dentist for the Miami Heat. He takes care of Aerosmith when they come into town. He works with all these big people, and he hired us for his birthday. We went down there, and we actually got quarantined there for 40 days and 40 nights in his house. And that first week, we really didn't know what to do, you know? So we kind of took it as a sign from the universe to take a few days and chill, which we did. We hung out by the pool. The people that were already over there, we were quarantined with, so we were having parties every night and everything like that. And we spent that first week kind of designing what we wanted to happen for the rest of the time. However long we were going to be in Florida, we were going to do X, Y, Z. And so we started playing the quarantine concert series, and the Wayland Warriors got on there every single night for about 30 days. Wow. And we got to interact, and we got to play for them. We got to play the things that we had been writing, all that kind of stuff. And throughout this entire lockdown, they have been the absolute best support that a band could ask for. And on the flip side of that, when we're doing lives or when we're doing private concerts for our fans, and whenever we're doing things like that, we see that reciprocated, and you see people talking like, this is what I look forward to every Thursday. Our Thursday request lives that happen every Thursday, they're like, I look forward to Wayland every single week. And you know that you're doing the right things by staying connected to the people that are supporting you on the road, and you're staying connected to those people that are pushing and loving your music. And it's not in the setting that we thought it was going to be in this year. It's not wasn't a part of our plan,
right?
But we had to roll with it. We had to adapt. And I gotta say, would I like to be out on the road playing shows right now? I would. But I've never been more happier in my life. And I think I can speak for Phil. I think he'd say the same thing. So my personal health is telling me I'm doing the right things for my business,
Right. And I think you know this, and a lot of artists understand this. Even the most diehard of fans, and maybe not the most diehard, but if you have some of the Warriors, if you go for a long period of time without connecting with them, and this is even, say pre-COVID, if you take 6 months off, or even, album cycles are, I don't want to say they're a thing of the past. I think the way technology works right now, it's a silly notion to do an album cycle of things. But if you're away for a while, the longer you're away, and you don't have touch, you don't have like a post on Instagram, or you don't have, anything given any update of what's going on. The website, gets dated, not that they stop caring, because they still have the catalog, they still have the music, but their energy towards that band kind of starts to fade until they come back and they're like, oh yeah, that's right. And they reestablish, that connection. What I think it's been fun to watch for me, from my perspective, is that you and Phil have never, during all of this, lost any touch with the fan base. There's constant connection. There's constant interaction. There's back and forth. It's not, a lot of times even when you guys are doing, acoustic stuff, there's a connection to the fans. You're reading off comments. I mean, especially for a fan base of rock and roll who, this is just killing them. They want to be at a show. They want to have beer spilt on them. They miss that so much. But this is kind of like the next best thing, is to have one of their favorite artists that is there in front of them, performing their music and conversating with them. I mean, it's a real, unique, intimate relationship that I think once the shows open back up, once Wayland's back out on the road and pounding pavement and kicking ass, I mean, I imagine that relationship has grown immensely stronger over the course of this time.
Absolutely. And I think it's built a lot of love and trust between each other. And, we're working really hard not to how do you say, just saturate it and give to the point where we don't have any more to give.
Right.
But I think we found a really cool rhythm with, like I said, it's a back and forth thing. We meet up on Thursdays, and sometimes we go live randomly. But our core, the people that are there supporting us every day in this, they have carried us through. We have carried them through, and you feel that synergy. We don't know how long this is going to be. We don't know how long it's going to be before we're going to feel good about going out on the road. But we know that in the meantime, it's important for us to keep creating and keep putting out music. I mean, that's what we do. So I think any artist right now, from Miley Cyrus and Foo Fighters all the way down to the bands that were playing the back room at the smallest bars, you have to adjust, you have to adapt. I'm very blessed to have Phil and Alyssa and this amazing team here in the desert, and we've all stayed on the same wavelength. We've all stayed on the same frequency. And we're coming out of this feeling really good if we are coming out of this. But yeah, we feel great, man. We wake up every day and we love each other. And I feel really lucky to be able to say that.
Outside of the stuff that you're doing, obviously to interact with fans, I mean, what's a day like? I mean, are you working on the music? Is there a lot of writing going on? I imagine
Great
the
Great question.
especially in a place like Joshua Tree. I mean, you're in like this iconic place.
Yeah.
I imagine the creativity.
This morning I took a sunrise hike with a buddy of mine. We went on this like really badass trail in Joshua Tree, the state park, and we left here at like 5:30, and we caught the sunrise on the top of a mountain, and it was unreal, right? But for the last few months, Phil and I have been recording a full-length record from right here in this room. Wow. And so our day kind of consisted, and it was like loose, but like we both knew what was expected of each other. I would usually wake up like around 5:30 or 6, and I get my for anyone that knows Philip Valinsky, I just want to say, if you've ever lived with him, if you've ever worked with him, good luck keeping up.
Yeah.
If you have anything that you need to do during your day, make sure that you get it out of the way before you start working with him, because he is blessed with this like infinite amount of work energy. So if there's anything that I need to do for my day, like emails or taxes or whatever I need to do, I use that time between 5:30 and 9 o'clock to do. That may consist of meditation, writing, or and then I work out every day, right? So I'll get my workout in, and then at 9 o'clock, the three of us would come in here and kind of go through like a meditation together of like intention, what we want to see happen for the day. And then we'll do that really quick. And then the three of us usually have to talk about some business. We'll go over the plan for next week, or if we're traveling, or if we're riding with somebody else, or whatever, like whatever the schedule is calling for, we'll talk about it at 9 o'clock. And then Phil and I will dive into what we need to do. And we usually will work 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we'll go until we try not to burn out, because our studio is at our house, so like we didn't really feel like we had a time limit to finish anything. As we got closer to the end, we were like, okay, we want to be done by this date, Right. So we would just work in here usually until dinner time. And then whatever needed to get done in here, whether it was we were tracking drums, which we track drums in here, whether we were tracking drums, guitar, vocal, overdubs, whatever, we would get that stuff done, and it's always in an organized, loving fashion. And if it didn't feel, and this is kind of cool for anybody that doesn't know, if it didn't feel loving in the moment, we just didn't work that day. And like Phil and I might rub about something, and we're just like, you know what? Hey, listen, like this feels really good. Let's just wait until tomorrow to dive into this. Like we figured it out. We hashed it out a little bit. Totally cool. Let's just wait until tomorrow. And I'm really blessed to have such an incredible partner. You know what I mean? Like we're very aware of each other and each other's energies. And if one of us is kind of off, which is a human thing to have happen, the other one is like, hey, dude, let's just work tomorrow. And we have that freedom with what we're doing. So we'd get done with all that kind of stuff. And then we've got a really cool core group of friends that are here that have been here with us the whole time, a group of like 8 to 10 people. And we'll get together with 2 or 3 of them at night, or with nobody. We'll have fires in the backyard. We've got like a really beautiful home with a fire pit in the back. And we put down the work and just really enjoy where we get to live, man. I can't say enough how thankful and grateful, blessed I feel to be here.
Dude, I love so much about all of that. I mean, the fact that you have, and I'm a morning routine guy, and like
are you?
Oh, dude,
I have to have my routine. I just do.
And I just don't know if people understand how valuable that is. And because you start talking about things and like, I get it. I meditate the intentions, the workout in the morning. Like some people look at that and they go, but until you do it, until you implement that in your life and you get into this regiment, when it doesn't even become a routine anymore, it's just, this is just the day. The day just works.
It's like your prescription medicine.
Yeah. If I don't get up and if you miss, and because I have days, because sometimes I have my kid here.
Yeah, man.
But if you miss something, like if you are deep into it, it will stick in your craw. Like, you know what I should have, I didn't get my meditation today, and you can tell. Like
you would feel it. I mean, I've done a really, through the years, if anybody has been rigid with schedule, it is me. Yeah. I get married to things. I get attached to a schedule, and I find a lot of medicine and a lot of relief in routine. Yeah. Thankfully, I have a partner that is constantly shaking me out of that routine and pushing me out of my comfort zone, which is a beautiful thing, man.
It's good.
It's really cool. But I'm thankful that this year especially, I have kind of come out of that to where, if I don't get my workout in, Mitch, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Like, you're going to get those good feelings coming in when you're writing and working with Phil, and I'll get slightly annoyed right in the moment, like, oh shit, man, I didn't get my workout in. Right. Or like, are you going to let this affect your creativity in the studio?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to, it's going to be simple, like you just didn't get your workout in, and that's okay.
Right.
So, I have definitely been on both ends of the spectrum to where I seem like a Zen master when things don't go my way. And then I seem like a 2-year-old throwing a tantrum when things don't go my way. Whichever version of Mitch you're getting, it's a real version. It's just like on whichever end you're working with,
Do you feel, cause I'm getting the vibe here. Do you feel like, even regardless of whatever it is that's happening in the world on any spectrum, do you feel like you're in the best place that you've ever been as far as an artist, mentally, physically? Like, do you feel like you've taken the last 10 months or however long we've been inside of the COVID bubble? Do you feel like you are in the best place that you've been in as an artist and as a human?
I feel like that's 100% true. Over the spectrum of everything: health, wellness, mental health, spiritual health, if there is such a thing, across the board. We've never been so creative. We have never been so alive. We've never been so appreciative. We've never been so loving towards each other. We probably haven't been this loving towards each other since we were kids. We met when we were 18, 19 years old. And we were, Phil and I were in love back then, you know what I mean? Like, we were going to the beach and throwing our guitars open.
Yeah. Dude, I've heard this story. I can't remember what number it was. It was apartment 19? 14.
Apartment 14.
I mean,
every day seemed magical.
Yeah.
Well, we've been together for a really long time. So, like, guess what? You see the shit that isn't so magical. And I think we had two paths. I think we had two paths when this started. And one path was to be really incredibly discouraged. And like, because we were supposed to go on tour with our good friends in Hinder. They were doing the 15-year anniversary of their Extreme Behavior record. Yep. And we were planning this big tour. The whole thing was sold out. It was going to be really massive. And of course, we're really looking forward to that. We got in the studio really early last year and recorded an EP with Keith Nelson from Buck Cherry in Madden Studios with the Good Charlotte guys. And, I'm running into like Machine Gun Kelly and Youngblood while we're making sandwiches in the kitchen and all that kind of stuff. And you have all this stuff that's ramping up and it's like, we're going out on tour. We're going to put out this record, blah, blah, blah. And then the world just like, boom.
Shit.
And I really do believe that there are two paths. There were two paths in this. There was the path where Mitch and Phil were waking up every day at each other's throats, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, and everything falling apart. And then there's that other path that we just laughed and said, the world just opened up to us,
right.
and we're allowed to create every day. And when we had that mentality in our heart, then we found this house in Joshua Tree. Then we built a studio in the house in Joshua Tree. Then we started making records out of it. We made demos, and then we were like, man, these sound really good. So we started sending them to our producers that we've worked with before, and be like, hey, are you interested in getting your hands on this track? And they would be like, absolutely not. Whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it.
Right.
I don't want you coming into my studio and me ruining what you guys are doing.
Mm.
And we realized that we had something truly magical on our hands. The stuff that we're making here is like the best stuff we've ever written, the best stuff we've ever recorded, the best sounding stuff we've ever had. And it's yeah, okay, yeah, we are talented individuals, and we are. But what it stemmed from was a mindset in the beginning that we had to look at each other and be like, okay, we love each other. We want to stay together. We love this music. We want people to hear it. And we want to be there for the Wayland Warriors, period. That was it. That was the intention. And we went into, you know, how do we find the best way to connect with the Warriors, along with what's the best plan for getting this music recorded and put out.
Right.
And then there was no looking back. Then, I mean, like, yeah, you're putting on the mask whenever you're going in a store or something. But other than that, like, we're not watching the news.
Right.
We're not paying attention to the things that are possibly going to interrupt our creativity. And so we just stayed together and created. And it's been the greatest time of our lives. I don't want to say, I mean, like, hey, Phil, is this the greatest time of your life?
Start
he would
no,
tell you the same, man. Like, because we talk about it, you know, like when we're sitting around the campfire after a day working, I'll never forget, Cooper. And I may tell this story for the next 50 years, but we were working on a couple of the tracks in here really early on in the process. And we started realizing what we had, you know, whether anyone hears it or not, we're just proud that it is our best work. Right.
Right.
And we're sitting around the monitors and we're listening to this thing, and we both break out and start crying, like sobbing, like, and we're holding each other like this, like, because we're so in love with the moment and with the process that we're in, and we're listening to the best music that we've ever made, and we're making it on our own. And I don't think anybody can replace that. You know,
I don't know if like I said, we've known each other for 10 years, and you've always been like a very super positive, super outgoing and uplifting individual. And I think that's just part of who you are. But I don't know that in any of our conversations that I've ever seen you in a place that you are right now. Where
I would agree with you. I mean, it's like hands down,
it is
100%. I'm firing on all cylinders. I'm like,
dude,
oh man,
I'm
an 8-cylinder Toyota Camry just ready to roll right now.
We're getting 70 miles a gallon. We're fucking going down the highway.
That's right, man. They don't make much noise, but they get you where you want to go, and they last a long time, right?
Yeah, they're like a half a decibel above a Tesla. You kind of hear it, but not even, maybe a little bit.
You're like, what is it? Oh, that's a Toyota Camry.
Yeah, that's a Camry. Yeah, it's running clean, man. Engine's running clean.
Yeah.
But
no, man, we're happy, and I think we just found a really cool flow and a really cool creative flow within each other. We're really lucky to have Alyssa, Fearless Entertainment, as our management. She's heads and shoulders, just keeps us heads and shoulders above our lower versions of our ourselves and our business selves. And you know, on my worst days at 9:00 when I'm meeting with my team, I'm like, man, it doesn't get any better than this. Right. Like, I'm like pissed about something that happened last night, and it's just so trivial compared to the joy and the love that I'm feeling for this right now, you know? So I'm really excited for, everything's in mixing and mastering right now. We don't have a plan for release. Obviously that'll come in a little bit, but we just couldn't be more excited to start sharing this music with the Wayland Warriors and with the rest of the world, for sure.
Mitch, it's always great to talk to you.
A joy, Cooper. Thank you for having me.
On this particular occasion, I think the perfect way to wrap up what has now been over 3 hours of this show, with a lot of conversation with a lot of great people. I think the message that you have portrayed, that you've brought into this conversation, not just for artists, but really for anybody who's watching, or if you're going to listen to this podcast later, you're going to catch a clip of this on Twitch. I think a lot of things that you've said, just because of how people have had a tendency to react to the situation that everybody is under, a lot of the things that you said can be taken and implemented into somebody's life and make them immensely better. I think you've said a lot of things that are so positive and are so uplifting and can put people in a better mindset. And despite the creativity, because I can't even, I'm imagining this fucking room of you and Phil together, and it's like, it's just free and clear, and there's no bullshit, and it's just like, let's just make some magic happen. But I'm just so fucking happy for you, dude. I can't even begin to describe it, man.
I'm excited for you to hear the music, and when everything's open up, I just want you to know, Coop, we've got an extra bedroom. You are more than welcome to come visit anytime. We go on hikes. We have to me, it's I would love to be closer to an ocean, but I am smitten every day of my life when I wake up here.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that, Mitch.
Yeah,
Wayland.
Come on out, man. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, brother. Much love to Phil and Alyssa and the entire team. You guys are it makes me happy. It makes my heart happy to hear how well things are going out there for you, man.
I love you. Appreciate you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Mitch. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too, brother.
There you go. Mitch Arnold from Wayland on the program. Thank you all. It has been a fantastic debut episode of Cooperville Live. We're over 3 hours now, 3 hours and 6 minutes. It's been great. Thank you to all of my guests who were on the show today. Dr. Jay LaGuardia, Mike from The Violent, Matt Jimmy James. Good luck at the show tonight, brother, down in Houston from Blacktop Mojo. Phil from Max Built. Better late than never, my friend, but you made it, and I'm so happy that you did. AP, Adrian Patrick of Otherwise, thank you, my friend. Great catching up with you. Follow those guys on Twitch. They do some funny-ass stuff and some fun things interacted on Twitch. Jimmy Tyler from The Lonely Ones. Check out their new single that just dropped today. It is called Change the Station. It's available on all streaming platforms. Search for The Lonely Ones. Jimmy, great chatting with him. Neal Middleton of Royal Bliss. Good luck at your show tonight down there in Salt Lake. Vince from Nuisance. I appreciate you. And, of course, my last guest of the show, Mitch Arnold of Wayland, doing great things out there in Joshua Tree, California. And thanks to you, all of you, for tuning in on whatever platform. Thank you for all the follows, for all the comments, for being a part of it. We'll be back at it on Monday, and we'll have plenty of audio clips and videos coming out on all the social media platforms. So if you missed any of it, you can watch it again and keep on interacting, man. We're just going to grow from here. So thank you for the time. Enjoy your weekend. If you're in the Midwest, beware of the polar vortex. It's going to be cold as fuck this weekend, but stay happy. Good seeing y'all. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. We out.